What's going on, guys? My name is Riley and this is my 2021 Chevy Colorado ZR2 in the new Sand Dune Metallic paint color. And today I'll be applying the new Graphene Matrix coating by Ethos Car Care. Ethos Car Care is a detail product company here in San Diego. They've been around a few years. I've used their products quite a bit. Their shampoo, wheel cleaner, waterless wash, and their detail spray is all really good. A little backdrop on myself. I used to own a detail shop here in San Diego, so I have a lot of experience installing ceramic coatings, waxes, sealants, paint corrections, and so forth. Yeah, really excited to try this new stuff out. Graphene is a relatively new product to the detail market. So yeah, I needed something that had really good protection. I go off-roading quite a bit, so I needed something durable and really long-lasting. So this is what the guys at Ethos recommended, and yeah, really excited to apply it. So let's get started. So once you've washed, clay barred, and polished the car, you want to go ahead and do a decon wipe down, which is what I'm doing right here. So I really wanted to use the detox spray from Ethos. It's their ceramic prep cleaner, but unfortunately they were out of it, so I just had to use 70% isopropyl alcohol in a spray bottle with about half water. And what you want to do from there is spray down the panels, let it soak on there, come back through with your first microfiber towel, wipe it off, and then come back through with your second microfiber towel and buff off. This is the last step before applying your first coat, so you want to make sure the surface is as clean as possible and that you're removing any excess oils from your hands, waxes, polishes, whatever, you name it. You want to make sure that paint is as clean as possible. So the first thing you want to do is grab the product and the applicator pad and go ahead and drop about 15 to 20 drops on the applicator pad. You want to go a little heavy your first shot just to make sure you have enough product on there and to make sure there's no drag when you're applying the first coat. You always want to start from the top down, and that's why I started with the roof first. There's a lot of different methods to applying coatings. My personal favorite is the crosshatch method, which is what I'm using right here. I like to border the section I'll be working in first and then go across one way all the way down to the bottom of the panel, and then you want to go straight up and down to the bottom of the panel, crossing over what you just did. It's extremely important to have even coverage when you're installing any coating, and that's why I like to use this method. Once you've gone over the panel 2 times and you feel like you've gotten the coverage you need, you want to let it sit for at least 30 seconds to a minute to flash. The instructions say to wait 2 to 3 minutes for it to cure, but it was really hot this day, so that's why I was waiting 30 seconds to a minute, minute and a half. And you'll see when it starts to flash, it turns a rainbow hue, and then it kind of fades out into more of like a frost, and that's when you want to start buffing off. But basically what you want to do is read the coating, and what I mean by that is just paying attention to what the coating's doing. You'll see it flash the rainbow hue, and then it'll kind of frost out into the hazy look, and that's when you know you're good to take your first towel, level off the coating, and then take your second towel and buff off any excess. Graphene is supposed to bond to pretty much any surface, so I went ahead and applied it to all my plastics, trim pieces, taillights, glass, wheels, skid plates, bumpers, pretty much everything. I've got a lot of experience installing coatings, but this stuff really stands out. I like it a lot. It's super easy to apply. You don't get these high spots and the tackiness that you get from other coatings, and yeah, I really like it. Super impressed, just pretty much everything about it. I highly recommend it, and shout out to Ethos Car Care for making a really solid product. So right here I coated the hood scoop 50/50 just to kind of do a little experiment, and it really is amazing just the difference between the coated side and the uncoated side. It really brought out the color. Even after buffing off, you can see the distinctive line right down the middle, just showing you how much deeper and brighter the coated side is. I thought this was pretty cool. I wasn't planning on doing a second coat, but this stuff goes a long way, and I actually had a lot of product left after the first coat, so I waited about 24 hours and then went ahead and applied the second coat. Did the same thing as the day prior, started from the top, worked my way down. Right here I'm applying it on the right bedside, and yeah, it was pretty cool just to see the difference and how much darker the paint was. I mean, it's almost like it really changed the color of the truck. Here's a couple pictures I took right after the second coat, and yeah, the pictures speak for themselves. It's a trip just to see how much shinier and vibrant the color is. Here's a little clip about 2 weeks after the install, and man, it's crazy just to see how hydrophobic and water repellent this stuff really is. This is by far the easiest and most user-friendly coating I've ever installed. Shout out again to Ethos Car Care for making such a solid product. Stay tuned for a follow-up video here in a few weeks just to show you guys the first wash and how it's going. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.